Let's talk about a specific program that you'd like to highlight in regards to something that you're working on across the federal sector.
Well, Luke, I'm actually going to change it on you for a moment because I think we're going to talk a lot about the federal sector. And I mentioned that we are obviously supporting a number of clients, again, particularly in the defense and the health space.
Absolutely. Give us a private sector example.
Currently sitting here in San Jose, top of mind, but we recently announced an effort with Meta and on their campuses out here in California. And I alluded to this a little earlier with regards to the neutral host model. And this was a collaboration with Shared Spectrum. And I know everybody on this phone, I think, understands the model around neutral host or federated networks, but it put the ownership, back with Meta, and had a shared infrastructure that particularly the big three MNOs, including Verizon, were able to leverage. And that, leveraged and brought in using the MOCN or the multi-operator core network, obviously, approach. What was really cool about it was greater control and flexibility. I think you could quickly argue for Meta, particularly in this year, challenging financial times. So it gave them a lot more flex as to how to play things out, particularly in a hybrid model. It also, for the MNOs, provided greater coverage and greater customer experience, along with obviously the employee experience as you get into their respective campus locations. And then on the operational side, a much faster time to deploy, to upwards of 75%, and then obviously savings. And then with all of that, and again, this is one part of their larger connectivity strategy, and certainly other forms of tech involved. But again, the impact was sizable, and they're looking at possibly leveraging this approach for a lot of their other campuses. So we'll see how much, if at all, that plays out into the government side. But I think pretty exciting stuff. Commercial that I think has a lot of possibilities on a much larger scale.